My family and I moved to West Virginia a few years ago, and now we live in the Charlestown area. I live with my husband and my 2 sons, and soon to be my little girl. We saw what was happening in West Virginia, so much opportunity around school choice, low cost of living. It seemed like a really great place to raise a family. Shortly after we moved to West Virginia, we found out that we were pregnant with our second. And that's when the issues with trying to access medical care really made themselves known. I called the local medical center in Berkeley County and tried to get my first appointment. And they said they wouldn't be able to get me in until I was almost 18 weeks along. Normally, you go in for a first appointment and an ultrasound around 8 weeks. We started looking for other options and quickly realized there weren't that many. Eventually we had to look out of state, but that means it's a 40-minute drive for every appointment. And I am concerned that there could be issues getting to the hospital depending on when the baby comes. This became very real concern when I had an accident a few weeks ago during a snowstorm. Unfortunately, I took a slip and I fell. I called my primary care provider's nurse line, and the nurse line said, go to Jefferson County Hospital. So I went to the ER, they started checking me out, and then the nurse said, just so you know, we closed labor and delivery here. We can't check your baby. I call the other West Virginia University hospital within 30 minutes, and it sounds like I won't get seen anytime soon. What do I do? So here I am on a snowy day, worried about my baby. So what option do I have if I want my baby checked out? I have to go across state line again. So I drive 40 minutes to the ER where they see me within 20 minutes and get me hooked up. But get this, they tell me you should have come sooner. The most critical time after a fall when you're pregnant is the first 4 hours. You missed that. Now, thankfully, I'm okay, the baby's okay, but it was a really scary experience. And I had the ability to drive to all those places, and I think about other people who are further in the state who can't just cross state lines. What are they doing? I know a lot of other moms with young kids. I can't think of a single one who's been able to use the West Virginia medical system to give birth. All of them go out of state. It seems that access to medical care is a problem across the board. There isn't a lot of competition, and the only thing I can trace that back to is certificate of need. It makes it hard for hospitals to expand. It makes it hard for new hospitals and medical providers to come into the state. And that's a problem when the state's population is growing. It doesn't just affect pregnant women, it affects everybody. It's impossible to find primary care providers. It's impossible to get in for sick visits. It's impossible to find pediatricians who have openings. And if you need a specialist, you're told either to go to Morgantown or out of state. And that's unacceptable. There's a lot of opportunity in West Virginia, but if we're going to actually make West Virginia a place where everyone wants to work and live, we have to address access to medical care.